But now, according to CBS Sports' Colin Warhenniger, the league is taking it a step further. A rip-through that isn't a genuine shot attempt will be deemed a no call. So we've got some video examples here. Kevin Wayne Durant.
Oh, yeah.
So they say he's ripped through away from the basket.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not calling that. And then here's CP3 doing it.
I don't know.
Ooh.
That's too much. It's too much, CP.
So it's specifically in regards to the offensive player either moving the ball upward while facing away from the basket or moving the ball upward in a direction away from the basket. So the move's been a staple in the league and heavily utilized by players like KD, CP3, other stars.
Tim Duncan, just where it started from. Tim Duncan.
So thoughts on no calls for rip-throughs?
Are you allowed to hand check? No, right?
Nope. No.
Okay, so the reason you're penalizing the offense again for something that the defense shouldn't be doing. So if you have your hand there and I catch it, right, you don't want to call it now? It just doesn't make sense. So it's not a foul. So this is not legal position.
As long as he's not touching him.
This is not legal position. So if I come up, that's nothing.
Right. Right.
I guess not now.
Yeah.
I mean, but to go back to what you said, like, why do I have to stop doing what I'm doing because you stupid? Or like, you know, you don't.
Because you blatantly go out of the way to try to create a foul. That's what it is. You're blatantly going out of your way to try to create contact. But that's like an offensive foul.
How?
Because you're going out of your way to the defense is being in a stagnant position, and you're going out of your way to create contact. That's not a defensive problem. That's an offense trying to create contact.
So you think it should be an offensive foul?
It's an offensive. They not giving it an offensive foul. They're giving it a no call.
Right.
So it would be if you going to, like you used to go to the rack looking for contact, and you got that contact, and that guy's doing this, that's a foul on him. But they changed it where if he was to get that contact straight up, no call.
It did change.
Right? So it's not saying that Gil wouldn't get those calls, but it would look differently knowing that he not going to get that call. He got to finish that now. So now we're looking at, instead of you just getting this foul right here, it's a no call, bro. What are you doing? You could travel now.
No, so this is good defense then, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Now they're saying that's good.
That's good defense.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're fouling, like what's a foul? If you're ripping through while I'm doing this, how is that a foul? Because you're not really going to do nothing.
I mean, I just feel like if you're able to do this, then we should be able to hand check then.
As long as I'm not touching you. As long as I'm not. This is just like a fabricated defense, just like anything else. It's just in your way, just to get you to think.
So if you have your hands out like this, right, and then I get clotheslined by it, that's not a foul?
That is a foul.
Why?
Because this is your defensive position. You're trying to stop me with part of your body. And if you, like you do, run into this and underhook it and all that, yeah.
So what's the difference between here?
It ain't. The difference is you're going out of your way to create that contact. You're just running beside him.
See, it's like, why are we penalizing someone for being smart? It's no different than I'm coming in lane and then pump fake, right? You jump and then I jump into you.
Foul.
Right?
Foul.
Okay.
Stay down. You're supposed to be a defensive player. Stay down. You know this is not legal.
It is.
So don't let me catch it.
It is legal.
No, this is not legal defense.
Why not?
You're not supposed to do that.
What you mean?
They say your defense is supposed to be like this, right?
No.
How you get taught to play defense?
No. If I'm playing, look, if I'm guarding Gil, if I'm guarding you, 1-4 flat, and I gotta guard you before you put it down. I'm guarding you here.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do, you're not shooting the ball. You just trying to get the foul.
Move your hand.
No, for what? For what?
So this is right here. No.
But you're not making a move towards the basket.
But even if I don't even make it, but like you said, like let's just do that. If I have it like this, that's not a foul.
That is a foul.
When it becomes
That's
a foul.
a foul. Yes.
Okay, so when does it become a foul? That's what I'm saying. So how long does it before it becomes a foul?
So you're not shooting. You're just trying to create contact.
They took that off. They took off the shooting foul.
You're right.
So now if I just hold it here and he just has his hand on there, that's considered a foul. So why take off the whole movement? Just say foul, boom.
Yeah.
How come the best defenders don't get caught like this? We're not talking Clay don't get caught like that. You know, Pat Bev don't get caught like that. Kawhi don't get caught like that. The best of the best. So what happens is the best defenders don't get caught. The best offensive players catches the weak, right? There's things on the defensive end that the defense gets away with against weaker offensive players, right? So what you're doing is you're trying to make bad defensive players look better. You can't.
But,
right?
hey.
You're full court in the penalty. Think about it. You're full court in the penalty picking someone up. What do you think is going to happen?
A foul.
He's going to try to get a foul. If you're sticking me full court and we're in the penalty, my whole job while you're sticking me is to try to get a foul.
Yeah,
go
Drive,
get ball.
I'm trying to get so I can just walk and get a free throw line, get free throws. So why are you penalizing me for being smarter than the guy in front of me?
Well, here's the reason. That defensive tactic, this one particularly, is one to frustrate the offensive player. There's not a lot you can do if I'm playing defense like this and you're not trying to swipe through. I can get to your shot. I can affect your dribble. I can do everything in my power here without getting a foul to crowd your space. Usually when you see KD doing that, right, he looks frustrated. Like that's a guy who's guarding him, that's frustrating him, that he's like, get him off me so I can get some room. Now the defender, if he gets that foul, he has to back up now. Now I know KD is on this, I gotta give him more space, right? That's the smarts that you're talking about. But they're taking that away now because KD, you're supposed to be good enough to be able to get to your spots without this frustration.
But you should be able to stop me without that tactic. Like that's what I said.
But that's the only tactic we got because they're calling the knick-knack fouls on the drive. I can't already guard you already. I can't guard you.
If I see the best defenders, like the elite defenders complaining about this, then yeah, it makes sense. But you're changing the rule for,
niggas can't play defense.
Like you're just you're taking away everything that has to do with understanding rules. Like if I'm driving and it says no hip check, right? You can't hip check me, right? Now, if I'm driving and you're hip checking me and I catch your arm, I caught him.
Yep.
I caught him in the cookie jar, caught the foul.
Right.
Like don't say, Like I used to do this thing, like you know how you just sit there and then someone has his hand and I'll slap.
Yes.
Right? And then the ref be like, first the ref say, get your hand off of him. And I'm like, all right, get it off.
Right.
And he put it back on, get it off. They'll call offensive.
Yeah, offensive foul. Yeah.
Like, dude, you just told him to get it off twice.
And then he still.
And the reason I'm smacking it is because you're telling him to get it off. Call the first one. I don't have to have the reaction.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. They're not calling the first initial foul. You're penalizing the person for reacting.
Yep.
That's what I don't like about refs. Like if the hand is on and you smack it, it's either a no call or you called the first one.
100%.
Stop calling the guy who's reacting to something that's illegal.
Yeah, or the guy who's more hostile, who's looking more hostile.
For sure.
I guess on the flip side of that, though, so now it's not a foul anymore, but as an offensive player, you can still do that rip through for a no call. Is that kind of your way of slapping your hand off? Like if I.
Yeah, because the rip through can be. Because the rip through can be like you said. The rip through can be a pass. Like, what if you're trying to pass? And then so what? Now it's nothing because you're trying to pass.
That's what I said.
Like, so now it's nothing. So now it's like a turnover.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like it's no contact. But the problem is going to happen is offensive players just too fucking smart. They're smarter than what you're trying. So now you got someone doing this, right? You got someone doing this. Come on, right? And I come here, right? And you're gonna sit there, and then I'm just gonna go
100%,
forward.
100%.
I'm gonna just go
That's
forward.
what I'm saying. Like you can
I'm gonna swipe up and just hold him, and then I'm gonna go forward because he's sitting there like this the whole time.
But that's the adjustment that the offense needs to make, though.
Yeah.
In order for it to not look like KD and CP, where it's so blatantly obvious that you're trying to get the foul. Now you have to change your offensive tactic, step through, make it look more like a shot and a foul. And it's like, hey, get him off.
He's just gonna hold it out. I'm just gonna hit his arm. They're not gonna call it. Then I'm just gonna drive because he can't do nothing like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it up there and then just drive on him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a way, basically, obviously, this rule, I think, was meant to punish offensive players for doing that by making a no call. But now if you can use that to your advantage, what you're saying, offensive guys.
The people who make the rules ain't playing basketball. That's the problem. They're not playing basketball. They're looking at something. They're looking at something that's part of a bigger thing. Like Tim Duncan used it. Like the reason I'm using it is to back it up. Now, if you back it up, I can shoot.
Yep.
Right? Now, when I shoot, now you're gonna do this. Now I can do that. Right? It's a chess game. So all this is you throw that. All I'm doing is just gonna hold it. It didn't go. That it makes it easier for me. Yeah, I might not get the three or the free throw, but I'm gonna burn him every time.
Let me say this, though. As a one-on-one player, when we're playing ones, there's certain tactics as a defender that you give us that we got to identify immediately, right? So if you're playing that type of defense, we got to identify it and go to a whole nother bag. Because we know this type of defense, all right, this is what you want. Okay, so I know I'm gonna have to hit you with the fake joint. You're gonna have your hand in there. I gotta make sure as soon as you come back, I'm up with it. I got, like, it changes my bag, but it doesn't change the tactic of how to get past you. I'm still trying to get by you, look to the second level of defense. But if you're gonna play like this, I know you have more of a chance of fouling me than you do of defending me.
Yeah. Chop down.
So do we feel like
what I'm saying is you hold this. No.
It didn't work because they're gonna move their feet.
Right. So instead of us going up, all you do is just chop down.
Chop down. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. I'm hold it here. Instead of going this way, I'm just go this way. It goes drive.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, what happened to this? Remember this when we were younger?
The close out. The close out.
The dig.
Dig the ball.
Right here.
Get the ball.
Keep it right here. Keep it here. Like,
did that dig ever really actually do anything?
Nothing.
Yeah. You can hit
crossover.
Yeah.
It stopped a lot of crossover.
Hey,
No, it did not.
Ron Artest.
Right here.
Ron Artest. Give me that.
Right over.
Yeah.
And then right here came right over. And then
You're right.
Right here.
Over the top.
Like this.
If you didn't learn the over the top.
It's like, man, what we did.
Same thing. You remember what defensive players, when you shoot and they do all this?
Yep.
Right? Offensive players realize, as soon as you do this, I'm gonna go forward, foul. Then that's when they stop doing that. Now you don't do that no more because offensive players work all summer on defensive ruling. Yeah. Defensive players don't spend no time trying to guard offensive players in the summer.
So you saying offensive players are basically scammers, though? They're always like, we always have a new scam. You never go to scam.
I'm talking about shoot the ball and foul yourself while you're shooting that bit. Hey, Rev.
That's sick.
Hey, Rev. Hey.
I respect it. I mean, when we talk about points of emphasis, do we think like refs are some like deep dark layer just watching footage? All right, who can we? Who can we hate on this season?
Can you still? Oh, my bad. Yo, can you still hit somebody's hand after they shoot?
No.
I remember when I first came in, my rookie year, I was playing against Mike Bibby. He used to tell me, he was like, yo, when you shoot, just hit their hand after.
That's dumb though. Huh? Why even do it?
Because the shot gone.
But it was just different. I was just like, after I shot, I was like, what are you doing? He was like, you could do it.
What's so funny is like, when I see kids do that, right? You shoot, they'll do this, right? Or they'll hit your knee. And I used to say, why? Why? What's the point of that? I said, it's pointless because, one, you didn't challenge the shot. Two, if a ref sees it, they're gonna possibly call a foul. Yeah. You just got a foul for no reason. Now he's shooting. It's just a dumb thing. Like if you wasn't there close enough.
Move.
Just whatever. But sitting here doing little shit like that, it's just dumb. Either challenge the shot or just keep running by. Just a little thing. It's just dumb. It's just,
I'm in your head.
It's uneducated.
I'm in your head. That's it. Sometimes it works.
Yeah.
Maybe not for a player who's mentally strong like you.
I'm young.
Right? Because we play for that. Like I used to tell my trainer to hit me on my leg. Make sure you hit me on the elbow every single time I shoot, just so I'm familiar with what it feels like, so it don't throw me off mentally. But some guys, you can do that. Hit them in their hand, bump them on the side, come down like they about to fall on your feet. They looking down before they land.
Like I'm trying to figure out.
I used to sell that. I used to be falling all over the place.
When do they know it's not a shooting foul? Like how are they going to determine it's not a shooting foul?
Yeah.
So I think based on what and this is just coming off of, so specifically in regards to the offensive player either moving the ball upward while facing away from the basket or moving the ball upward in the direction away from the basket. I think that's the more point.
Away from the basket.
If you're doing it away from, so you're not going into an actual shot, but I don't know.
Man, we about to have a lot of, it's going to be a lot of challenges this year.
What I'm saying is how many people, what they need to do is look at how many shots when a guy doesn't do it and they shoot and look at that percentage.
Yeah.
Because if this is how some people shoot, because you're going to practice that, that becomes that person's regular shot, right? If you're saying now, I get the ball here and I'm supposed to just go straight up and shoot and that's my form. Yeah, when I'm by myself and there's nobody there. But if there's a defensive guy doing this, if he's doing this, so how am I supposed to just, 1945, his hand's right here.
That's what
hands right here. Why am I going to go straight up?
That's what I'm saying.
I got to go around the arm. Like, what are you talking about?
It's not 19.
Like, you see Joker. Joker sits there and do this. And then, he figures out how to get around his arm. It just doesn't make sense. So if I turn and face, right, If I'm turning face and he's sitting there doing this, and then I'm right under the basket and I do one of those, that's not a foul, shooting foul? What is that? No call now?
It's triple threat,
They need to stop making hard decisions.
No, that's true.
It's a hard
you come down,
decision.
do this. Right.
Yeah.
So that means we gotta like take it way up here now, because so now you gotta go like this instead of just being able to.
Tactically, as a defender, I'll be going against these dudes at 24. You do the little simple like that. It makes them have to. They uncomfortable.
You gotta shift it.
But look, we know triple threat though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right hip, keep it here.
Yeah.
If he got that there, you got to hit this elbow when I'm coming up. That's a stupid. I look at them like you're being stupid on defense because now I know I'm gonna score on you because you're playing defense like this. You think you got an advantage, but you don't. Because if we had refs, foul.
Anybody play defense like this can't play defense.
That's just it. Like I said, it's like they're taking out triple threats. You're taking out swing throughs. Like if I'm swinging, like Jordan does.
Yep.
And then he comes up like.
Dirk too. Dirk with the right over top.
I need to, and I'm gonna go next time, and then come up. Like it's just.
Damn, so basically you can just do this all year.
That's what I'm saying.
You can just do this
and
all
that's
year.
the advantage for the defense.
You can just I'm just doing this all year.
All year.
What?
Stay close, like you're trying to get a 5-second call.
You're gonna get your ass
Imagine if the NBA could do the 5-second call like college. Like you could get the defensive 5-second call just by getting close, being close. 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. That shit would be dope.